Fed September FOMC meeting. This is speech transcript. Let's see what changed after this FOMC meeting and what news company are hiding most important line from their speech and what you can expect in future. That's mean after September FOMC meeting, before November FOMC meeting. So first thing first, decided to reduce degree of policy restraint while lowering our policy rate by 50 basis point and also decided to continue reducing our security holding. So they did 50 basis point cut, but at the same time QT is happening. So QT is still happening, no change, and when QT will stop, when QT will turn into QE, no clarity, but big thing QT is still happening. Read again, set of indicators suggest that condition in labor market now less tightened than just before pandemic in 2019. So before coronavirus in 2020, that means in 2019, there was recession. So if they comparing 2019 less tightened than just before 2019 pandemic, that means we are already in recession. It is just hidden, not showing in numbers, but they will come when they will start showing recession in economic indicator. So after first cut, so many things change, but historically they declare recession always after first cut. So let's see what will be starting time of recession. Read again, labor market is no source of elevated inflation pressure. NFP and CPI, two most lagging indicator linked with each other. If NFP going down, that means in future inflation will go down. So they are ignoring labor market is not source of inflation. So if NFP is below 100k already, next step 0, then second step negative. By the time we get negative NFP, CPI will be 0. Because if NFP start collapsing very fast below 100k, nobody care where CPI is going. Long-term inflation expectation appear to remain well anchored. So if you see Fed created indicator, then they are not showing panic. But gold price, when it fly over 2600, it show different inflation expectation. Gold hit more than $2,000 in 2020. What happened? Inflation came in next 2 years. Similar thing happening right now. Gold trading about 2600 after FOMC cut in 2024, but in future 2025 and 2026, if recession does not come, deflation panic does not start, then next 2 years another inflation bomb is coming. This same like 2020, gold saw inflation 2 years in advance. Same thing happening right now. Gold seeing future inflation more than 1 year in advance. So if you see inflation expectation by their indicator, then this is different picture, or if you see gold price, then it's totally different story. Read again, easing inflation pressure, ensuring that inflation expectation remain well anchored. Fed is repeating this thing again and again in each FOMC speech, but gold is going only up. So according to gold, inflation expectations are going up, but according to Fed, they are in control. Most important line why gold goes up after FOMC meeting, upside risk to inflation have diminished. After their 50 basis point cut and more cut in future, risk of second inflation wave is increasing every day. And after China stimulus, there is a risk commodity price rise again, inflation rise again, but they are constantly saying upside risk to inflation have diminished. So they do not see second inflation wave risk. That was the reason gold goes up after FOMC meeting. You can read recalibration of our policy stance. That means real rate. They are not talking about cut, they are talking about policy stance. Moving towards a more natural stance. We are not on any preset course. I have been saying long time, saying again, November FOMC meeting is highly political, everything is pre-planned. November FOMC decision does not depend on economic indicator. It is highly political. Read again, if economy remains solid, inflation persists, we can dial back policy restraint more slowly. That means speed of rate cut can decrease. If labor market were to weaken unexpectedly, inflation were to fall more quickly, then prepare to respond. That means NAP and their core PC. These two indicators drops very fast, then speed can increase. So again in this speech they are saying if labor market were to weaken, they will respond. They are saying these things in July FOMC meeting constantly. They are saying again. Fed has been assigned two goals for monetary policy: maximum employment and stable price. That's mean NAP and CPI. Bring inflation back down to 2% goal, keeping long-term inflation well anchored. So Fed is seeing different inflation expectation indicator, while gold is seeing totally different word. According to gold price, inflation expectation are showing red sign. In FOMC speech, there were direct question from Fed in July. You said you were not thinking about 50 basis point cut, but you did. You can see he asked directly from Fed. You said you were not thinking about 50. So that's why he asked what changed that made committee to go 50. And should we expect more 50 in months ahead? So first cut size was 50 basis point. If second cut also happen with 50 size, that means that will be 100 basis point cut in two decision, and that will be aggressive monetary policy decision. Even if they are doing 50 basis point in November, do not expect clarity so fast, because it is more than a month for next FOMC meeting, and you saw recent FOMC meeting, even 1 hour before FOMC meeting, market was divided on cut size. So clarity never come before blackout period start. You can read payroll report number that were getting maybe artificially high and will be revised down. So Fed officially accept after that 800k negative revision, all the NAP number we are getting, they are artificially high and they will be revised down. We have seen NAP number below 100k, and after that revision, Fed is saying still artificially high and they will revise down more. So do not worry, after first cut, so many things change, all the economic indicators will revise down, and you will see in 2026 maybe all of this number will turn negative. So they blame Beige Book for their 50 basis point cut size. Again question from Fed, how do we figure out in months ahead, is there another 25 or 50 coming? On one side we are asking next rate cut size in November FOMC meeting, while at the same time everyone will be asking what will be election result. I think election result will be more important than FOMC meeting, and big change in their tone, not rate cut size. So Fed is saying good place to start is SEP. So new SEP is out and they will not update before December FOMC meeting, and that will come after election. So by the time we reach December FOMC meeting, we will have multiple NAP number, CPI number and clear election result, who is next president. So that FOMC meeting will be super important, and change in their FOMC meeting from September SEP to December SEP, that will decide Fed is going from hawkish to dovish or back to hawkish. If you look at SEP, you will see that it is a process of recalibration. Our policy stand away from where we had it a years ago. So in 1 year everything changed. NAP and CPI are both down compared to last 1 year. So they decided to cut. They are saying nothing in SEP that suggests the committee is in rush to get this done. So there is a big difference between 10-year bond yield, 2-year bond yield and Fed rate. So Fed is behind the curve and they have to fill the gap. And before their future cuts, if inflation start dropping very fast, especially PCE, then those cuts will turn into hike. So they are denying, but they are in hurry to cut rate. We can go quicker if it is appropriate. We can go slower. We can pause if it is appropriate. So if CPI uptick come after their first cut, then thing can change. Possibility they can pause, but uptick in CPI is only possibility. We know that it is time to recalibrate our policy, something that is more appropriate given the progress on inflation and employment. So NFP is below 100k, CPI is below 3%. So they are recalibrating their policy. So public is seeing rate cut, but real story is real interest rate. So real rate are going down. They are saying balance of risk are now even. Again and again in this FOMC meeting, officially they are ignoring second inflation wave risk. Look at SEP, all 19 participants wrote down multiple cut this year. All 19. That is a big change from June. So Fed is saying in June they forecasted only one cut for this year, but September they did 50 basis point cut and forecasting more cut this year. So going from one to more than one cut this year, it is big change. They are saying again, as I mentioned, there is no sense that committee feels it is in a rush to do this. So if before their last cut, if PCE turned 0, then they will have a problem. So before PCE turn 0, they have to do as much rate cut they can do. Intention with their policy move today is to keep it there. US economy is in good shape. They are saying economy is good shape, but they are doing 50 basis point cut. That is crisis level cut. Historically, if second cut size also become 50, then how this possible? You can say good shape at the same time and do 250 basis point cut. Next question from Fed, catch up in action given recent revision to employment data. So this all about 18k negative revision in NFP. After that 800k revision, they decided to cut. So if more revision come to NFP or even GDP, that's mean they have to cut more. Because I am repeating again, after first cut, they revised economic indicator downside, or they do all the time. Next question, multiple question in there, but I would say we don't think we are behind. We don't think we are behind the curve. So they have officially and repeatedly said in FOMC meeting they are not behind the curve. There is a big gap between 10-year bond yield and 2-year bond yield. That gap is behind the curve. And I think we can take this sign of our commitment to not get behind. So they are saying not behind the curve and doing future promise. Policy position that we put in a place, as you know, mentioned in July of 2023. CPI was high, NFP was high, UR rate was low. So we have been very patient about reducing policy rate. We waited. Other central banks around the world have cut, many of them several times, but we waited. So Fed waited till September to cut interest rate because of election politics, but they are ignoring since March 2024 this year second inflation wave risk. As a historical record, they are doing since September, but unofficially as a politics, they are doing since March 2024. So this is just political statement. Then that question on balance sheet. In 2019, when they cut interest rate, balance sheet reduction stopped, and in the end, they turned into QE. Now question is same after first cut, when they will stop their QT. So they are saying reserve have been stable, they have not come down. If low reserve and low deposit in bank create a problem, then they will stop QT. But it totally depends on banking crisis. When banks start crying, one big bank start collapsing, immediately they can turn into QE like March 2023. So it totally depends on crisis level. They have replied, we are not thinking about stopping runoff because of this at all. So because of reserve, They have said not coming down, and because of that they are not stopping runoff. Previously they give timing of April 2025. They are saying not thinking about stopping runoff, but it will stop before April 2025. And this was the reason that Bitcoin was up before FOMC meeting and after FOMC meeting. Because it is good news for Bitcoin. QT is about to stop soon, then wait, and final step QE. They are doing this drama since July FOMC meeting, saying once again there were direct question from Fed, why should not expect a further deterioration in labor market condition if policy is still restrictive. A level of those conditions is actually pretty close to what I call maximum employment. By many other measures, labor market has returned to or below 2019 level. There was recession in 2019 before election for Trump. Coronavirus lockdown was reason to motivate QE and stimulus check to skip recession before election. They are saying conditions are below 2019 or same at 2019. So we are in recession. This is more sort of 2018 and 17. So if you see entire cycle, Trump did 2 years before election, Biden did 2 years before election. They changed their tone, hike turned into cut. 2019 they did again 1 year before election, and then in election year both did QE or something to delay recession at all cost. So if this is like 2018 situation, then in Biden time that was in 2022. Again question from Fed, rising layer, if that were to happen, would not committee already be too late in terms of avoiding recession? So they are already too late to avoid recession, and that 50 basis point cut seem like policy mistake right now, but when GDP number revised down, NFP number revised down again, everything turned negative, then we will say Fed was already too late. Because Biden fiscal policy already stopped, no new spending, old debt spending already turned into negative on yearly basis. So now it is only monetary policy. So Fed is saying again, we are not seeing rising claims, we are not seeing rising layoff, we are not seeing that, we are not hearing that from company. Something getting ready to happen, we are not waiting for that. So you are read spike in future, NFP collapse more below 100k, then Fed is saying we are not seeing. Why would you be moving to a more preemptive monetary policy style rather than as you did with inflation, waiting until data give you signal? Indirectly they said they did not hike interest rate until they panic on inflation. So Michael is asking, will they do same with recession? Is 50 basis point is preemptive cut to avoid recession, or some hidden data already created panic for recession? If labor market were to slow unexpectedly, then we have ability to react to do that by cutting faster. Again they are saying same since July FOMC meeting, if NFP drop faster, then they will cut faster. So cut size will increase from 50 to 75, or it will stay 50. So Powell is saying we don't think we need to see further loosening in labor market condition to get inflation down to 2%. When Fed say inflation, that's mean core PCE, it is not 2%, it is still about 2%. So Fed again saying don't think need to see further loosening in labor market condition. So until labor market NFP does not collapse more, core PCE not going back to 2%. You can read again question from Fed, you don't think you are behind when it comes to job market. It was only one revision, they pivoted to cut. June to September FOMC, 1 cut to 3 cut this year. If more revision come in NFP or maybe GDP, they will pivot more for more cut or always stay behind the curve. You can read again Fed saying clear, upside risk to inflation have really come down. This is the reason gold was flying after FOMC meeting. They are saying no upside risk to inflation. And after this FOMC meeting, China announced economic stimulus. So because of China, a commodity price rise again, inflation rise again. One more reason for upside surprise and risk outside the USA. Then Fed is already ignored second inflation wave risk. They have said, I think we are now in a very good position to manage both of our gold, NFP and CPI. If you watch entire speech, they did not mention gold, SP 500 or Bitcoin, but they said something which indirectly explain everything. You can see that question from Fed, an entire generation that has experienced zero or near zero federal fund rate. So something we are headed in that direction again. So people who are buying gold about 2600, FOMO buying Bitcoin, it will go 1 million. These people think rate will go back to 0% and QE will return again. That cheap money is now norm. You can see Black Monday, SP 500, just 10% market crash, immediately Fed come and change the policy. So cheap money is now norm, that question from Fed. When they say cheap money, that means gold always go up, Bitcoin always go up. Because 2 years from now, let's see 2026, if rates are not going back to zero, there is no way gold can stay about 2600. So you can read reply from Fed instead of directly asking about gold, silver or Bitcoin. Many people anyway would say we are probably not going back to that era. 0% interest rate or QE. There were trillions of dollars of sovereign bond trading at negative rate, long-term bond trading at negative rate. So either rate go 0% or real rate go negative. That is the only option. It seems that we are far away now. My own sense is we are not going back to that. So Fed has officially said cheap money is over. We are not going back to cheap money era. Because you can see just first cut and second inflation wave risk is high. And imagine if Fed cut back to 0% and start QE again, what will be the inflation expectation and what will be the gold price? You can read, it feels to me that neutral rate is probably significantly higher than it was back then. How it is, I don't know, just don't think we know, but only know it why it works. So it is about 3%. So after first FOMC cut, important question is when will be last cut and how much they will cut. They will go back to 2% or risk everything return to zero. Real rate will stay positive or they will turn negative again. But right now they are positive. If you go back in time when gold hit 1620 level 2 years ago after the September FOMC meeting in 2022, then this line, these questions fit 2 year in past. It's like you are reading 2-year-old FOMC statement. They were questioned direct, how do you respond to criticism that will likely come that deeper cut now before election? And think this way, November 2022 FOMC meeting last 75 basis point hike, then meeting by meeting very fast till March next year 2023. Side decrease very fast from 75 to 25. They did not stop there, they started QE. So nobody was asking what that political question 2 years ago in their September FOMC meeting, but now everyone is asking. If that was not political, then why they pivot so fast from hike size 75 to 25 and doing QE at the same time? You can read again, this is my fourth presidential election at the Fed. So they knew how political cycle work, they are well trained. Read again, our job is to support economy on behalf of the American people. This line looks great only in books, but in reality, nobody care about ordinary people. You can read again, we don't put any other filter. I think if you start doing that, I don't know where you stop. So this FOMC meeting looks like 2-year-old FOMC statement released now from 2022 to 2024. These are the questions they must be asking in September FOMC meeting 2 years ago when change began. You can see again clown show doing 50 basis point cut, but at the same time they are saying, is Federal Reserve effectively declaring decisive victory over inflation and rising price? Replied, no, we are not. They are not declaring victory on inflation, but at the same time doing rate cut. We are certainly not saying mission accomplished, anything like that. Then why you are cutting interest rate? And with big size 50. Read again, follow up on Nick question. Do you see today's 50 basis point move? Partially responds to fact that you did not cut in July. And you can read Fed replied, forecaster and company. They say they think 2025 should be good year too. When Fed changed policy on just 10% SP 500 correction, on small crisis they do QE, and a big bank have a problem, they pivot from 75 to 25 hike size, then why they will have problem and forecast bad thing about economy. You can read again, as I said, you can see 50 basis point move was commitment to make sure we don't fall behind the curve. So they are saying we are not behind the curve and doing commitment that they will not fall behind the curve in next year 2025. That's mean gap between 2-year bond yield and 10-year bond yield, that will fill very fast. Asking about July, I guess if you ask if we have gotten July report before meeting, we would have cut. We might have, but we did not make decision. We might well have. So they are saying after July FOMC meeting, when they skipped 25 basis point cut, market crashed. But if they have information that time about NFP revision, then they have cut in July. So indirectly they are saying first cut size is 50, but see it like 25. And in next FOMC meeting expect 25. You can see one of the CPI report which came during blackout period, that was the reason they did 50 cut size. So they always found a reason to explain, but it all political. Sometimes they say core PC is most important, not CPI, but now saying because of CPI they cut. Read again, Fed replied, very hard for me to say. That is from our standpoint, I cannot really speak to mortgage rate. There was Ray Dalio interview before rate cut. He explained what he think about 25 and 50 size. If they do 50, then they trying to manipulate mortgage rate. Immediately after that, they were panic buying in gold. So they are doing again political thing before election. A good definition of price stability. People in their daily decision not thinking about inflation anymore. So according to Fed, his definition, there is no inflation risk. He is talking about people in their daily decision. But if you see trading community, investor, they are going mad about inflation expectation. We don't tell people how to think about economy. They control all the news company. They control all the social media platform. They control all the top influencer, but still say we don't tell how people think. They were pumping 50 basis point cut size, why Bloomberg and Wall Street and Financial Times and gold immediately break out 25-30 range, but still saying we don't tell what people think. Whether or not you believe in a sitting US president should have a say in Fed decision on interest rate. You can see this is feel like this is 2-year-old FOMC statement and it is released now 2 years later. We are reading in 2024, but still it should be 2 years backward. President Trump, who obviously appointed you, had previously suggested I know Fed is designed to be independent, but why? Fed replied, democracy around the world, countries that sort of like USA, all have what are called independent central bank. So these line only looks great in books, but in reality there is no central bank in this world who is totally independent. So you will find independent central bank only in books, but in reality there is no such thing as independent central bank. Trump did in 2018. Market pricing for cut begin, but official statement came in 2019. Biden did in 2022, official statement coming in 2024. But what Trump and Biden did with Powell, we are getting news now after all party over. You can see central bank from that control why political authority avoid making monetary policy decision in a way that favor many people who are in office or opposed to people who are not in office. That is the idea. We are not serving politician, that's mean Biden, political figure, that's mean Kamala, any cause, any issue, nothing. I am curious, are you more worried about job market and growth than inflation? Job market mean NFP, growth means GDP, inflation means CPI. So they are saying, are you more worried about NFP and GDP compared to CPI? Are they not roughly balanced? So Fed replied, no, we think they are now roughly balanced. This FOMC speech transcript fit 2 years back when gold was trading at 1620 in September 2022. Because since that time, in last 2 years, their number one priority was NFP and GDP, not CPI. Now question is, in next 2 years, what will be their priority? CPI or NFP and GDP? You can read final message from Fed in end of FOMC speech. Is this economy more vulnerable to shock now that could tip it into recession? That's been all set for 2025. If Trump win, then blame everything on Biden. If Kamala win, then get ready for external shock like coronavirus or war, we don't know. But there will be external shock which will tip economy into recession. So Fed have replied, I don't think so. I don't. There is, as I look, well, let me look at this way. I don't see anything economy right now. When Powell said right now, it is already past. That suggests that likelihood of recession of a downturn is elevated. So Fed have replied, there is no risk that shock that could tip into recession.